Hello, dear viewers. This is Mr. Vijay Patole, Assistant Professor, SSB College of Education, Srirampur. Today, we will learn about methods of teaching listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. As you know that in English language, there are four fundamental skills. In these skills, we will have to learn about how to teach these skills to the students. First, we will see that is methods of teaching listening skill. In listening skill, there is type that is extensive listening. Then what is meant by extensive listening? The objective of listening can be achieved by providing a lot of listening practice. It is always said that when you are about to learn listening skill, then you have to provide much reading material. Teacher has to pronounce words and sentences correctly because all the students like to imitate the teachers. And teachers will have to use known vocabulary for listening practice. Means whenever he enters in the classrooms, at that time he need to use the known vocabulary for the listening practice so that student can easily understand. And in this extensive listening, homonyms should be pronounced clearly. That is, pen, pain, bag, big, bay. Means although five words are different to each other, but they are different with the spelling and they are with the different for the pronunciation. Means different pronunciation, different spellings create impact in the minds of students. So that another way of teaching listening skill is that discussion. By discussing on some topics, students can be more active in listening and participation. So that it will be the duty of every teacher to give some relevant topic to the students. And we have to encourage all our students to be active in discussion, where in discussion there is listening as well as you are active listeners. Students can be a part of panel discussion. It should be the duty of every teacher. He has to arrange such type of panel discussion in the classes. And he has given the rotation type of method. Every student has to speak in the English language so as to listening practice only. Then he will have to organize and he will present some topics through the seminars and conferences. Means whenever such activities will be arranged in the classes or outside the classes, then there will be the form of discussion. Likewise, group activities will be more effective in the classes. Only delivering content in the classes is not sufficient because group activity will play effective role in discussion as well as in listening. And so that by arranging such type of discussion methods, the qualities of leadership will be automatically developed and students will lead the class. Second skill is that teaching speaking skill. See, listening is the first one. If you want to speak more and more, but your speaking should be meaningful in sense. So that for speaking meaningful, you need to listen, you have to drill something, and you have to develop the habit of listening. Good speaker is or good communicator is the best listener. So that for teaching of speaking skill, drilling of words and sentences, these two things are important. First of all, as a teacher, we have to arrange conversation. And conversation can be in the form of dramatization. Suppose if your student is ready to make a phone call, give him chance. You have to ask him narrate the picture at the railway station. Then we need to organize any cultural program so as students will speak out. After this discussion, on what topic we have to arrange the discussions for the purpose of speaking or developing speaking skill, we need to give them current issues, that is corruption, save girl child, is the education right? Means by providing such type of events, current issues, all students will speak in the classes, and so that this skill will be developed. Then one more technique of developing speaking skill is imitation and practice. Call word drills, asking up questions and answering to it. By arranging these things, there will be development of confidence or confidence building. Then practice of phonetics and vocabulary. Means if you want to speak in English language, then you will have to have more storage of vocabulary. And phonetics, it is most useful technique to speak as a Britishers, or how the words are pronounced, what is the place and manner of the words. After that, the practice of intonation pattern should be given. What are the intonation pattern? What are the traces? It should be told by the teachers to the student for developing speaking skill. As well as with these, making requests, giving orders, giving commands, means all these three different things should be followed by the student in their classes as well as in their practical life to get command over speaking skill. Then practice of drilling rules of grammar. We have to drill the rules of grammar. Then we have to make them aware about what is the difference between words like snow and ice, so that they will imitate and they will practice themselves. The next, although it seems so easiest task, but it is most difficult task to narrate the story. Stories or telling stories with the proper languages. While narrating such type of stories, you have to place the particular tone, you have to add the action, intonation patterns, you have to arouse the curiosity by telling the story. While narrating such type of story, there should be continuity. Where there are positive expressions, all expressions should be come out on the faces of the speaker. And you need to add some relevant expressions and bodily movements while narrating or telling stories. It is the another technique of developing your speaking skill. After that, another methods of teaching reading skill is that, see, we need to read properly, so that in this teaching of reading skill, these are the methods. But before it, we need to know what are the types of reading. First one is loud reading, second one silent reading, third one intensive reading, and fourth one extensive reading. Let's see the methods of teaching reading. First of all, we have to use the alphabet method. This method is used to teach reading to the beginners. In this method, emphasis is always given on learning the names of letters. The proper sequence of alphabets are followed. For example, we start all the ABC up to Z by reading it like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, likewise up to the Z alphabet. After that, students are told to read words with the two letters. Means, first of all, for teaching reading, we need to use the alphabet method. After that, second one, phonic or syllabic method. In this method, emphasis is not given on the names of the letters but on the sounds of the letters. Means such type of sound is reflected by reading the particular word, and this method enables student to read the individual word. If the syllabic is there, syllabic is nothing but the combination of consonants and vowels. So that by combining all these things, there is a formation of meaningful word. Hence, unit of reading is a word and not a letter. Not a letter. First, teacher has to produce the sound of the word and people have to imitate it. It's the duty of teacher when he teaches reading skill to his students. At that time, he need to produce particular sound of the word and pupils have to imitate it. Likewise, cat, hat, rat, sat, mat. Means there is use of phonic and syllabic. After that, word method, look and say method. In this method, the learner is taught to read each word without giving attention to individual letter. It is called as look and say method. In this word method or look and say method, it is always expected that to look at the word and read it quickly. And this method is useful to avoid mistakes in reading words having similar type of spelling. For example, the word bud cannot be read as put, or the word but cannot be read as put. Although these formation of two words are different to each other, although there is combination of vowels and consonants, but some conventional rules are there. So that we have to show such type of words to the students and they will have to read it quickly. Then sentence method. In this method, a sentence is treated as a unit of teaching. And really, this method is based on psycholinguistic principle. Dear viewers, it is considered that meaning of sentence can be revealed through situation. Whatever situations are given to you, you need to take the hidden meaning of it. In this method, teacher can use pictures associated with the small sentences for the sake of comprehension. And sentence method, it gives proper attention towards the student. We need to utter the sentences and we need to have the comprehension. Then, intensive reading. What is meant by intensive reading? The meaning of this reading is that reading any passage or text in order to study it thoroughly. It aims to understand words, phrases, ideas. In intensive reading, it is a means of developing power of comprehension, vocabulary structures. Wherever there is intensive reading, there is proper intention behind this reading. So that we need to understand words, phrases, and we have to develop our comprehension level. After this, extensive reading is other type. In this extensive reading, what is expected? We have to read any passage or text in order to understand its general meaning. Reader can skip over a word or line or a summary and can grasp the overall meaning, that is reading of newspapers or magazines. This reading is known for, or this reading is usually for the leisure time. And the last one, that is teaching of writing skill. The writing reflects the perfection of person. In this one, the stage first, that is writing letters. The beginner should be taught how to write alphabets in English while teaching letters first capital letter should be taught. In these writing letters, the letters have different characteristics. Some letters have round capitals, or we may say that they have round shape, that is O, Q, C, D, G. Some alphabets have square capitals, that is H, N, M, T, Z, A, W, or X. Likewise, some half square capitals are there. These are capital alphabets are S, P, B, R. After teaching these skills to the beginner, after that in stage 2, what we have to do? Writing words. Students have to taught how to write words having 2 letters, 3 letters, etc. For example, he, she, they, and there is need of combination of 2 different words. In stage number 3, that is writing sentences, what we have to do? We have to ask our student to combine 3 different meaningful words, 4 different meaningful words, so that the sentence will be formed. The sentence with 3 words, the sentence with 4 words. And after that, other techniques for teaching writing is that by writing letters. The students having problem in writing, they have to use this technique, that is writing letters. After that, teacher has to show them some flashcards. Then he has to use blackboard, and after that he has to dictate some word. By dictating particular words, students will definitely write down whatever teacher says or asks to do. Thank you very much, dear viewers. Thank you very much.